documentary on Ken Burns, a number of politicians and other high-profile people recorded themselves reading the Gettysburg Address. Now, some conservatives, get this, took offense to the president's reading. Lincoln added, "Under God," as he was looking over the battlefield. Why would Obama remove? That was from former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, who said that on Twitter. Conservative Christian leader Brian Fisher added, Obama's omission of "under God" is more evident of his anti-Christian bigotry. He honors Islam but disrespects Christianity. White House spokesman Jay Carney on Tuesday gave a simple explanation for the reading. Okay? Hear now my words and reflect. Though this is me saying that. Well, Carney said, quote, he read the version of the address that Ken Burns provided, noting that Burns is a noted Civil War scholar. Specifically, Carney said that Burns gave the president the Nicolay copy of the Gettysburg Address. That is the first draft of the speech named after John Nicolay, the White House staffer who preserved it. The first draft, for the record, did not contain "under God." The president ad-libbed that. President Lincoln ad-libbed it when he gave the speech. It was subsequently added later on for the final documentation. So, enough with this, he's not a Christian, he's a Muslim. Come on, people. Get your head out of your butts. Alright? I'm tired of hearing it. I really am. Let's see here. Well, I have a lot of religious-themed stuff on the program today, and I haven't heard anything new on this for a week. Well, last Monday, what day was that? 18th. The United Methodist Church convicted Reverend Frank Schaefer on 2 counts against the church for officiating his son's same-sex wedding. Well, last Tuesday, the impaneled jury determined his sentence. Schaefer is suspended for 30 days, and if at the end of that time he has not renounced his support for marriage equality, he will be defrocked. Now, Schaefer remains unapologetic, refusing the invitation to repent of your actions. And 3 of Schaefer's 4 children identify themselves as being homosexual. Now, after his sentence was announced, his supporters began overturning chairs in the courtroom, a reference to the biblical story of Jesus and the money changers. Schaefer's critics framed his actions as breaking the rules and rebuking the church. And this is an area that I have a problem with in the Methodist Church. It's about homosexuality and its stance on homosexuality. For a long time, the church basically turned its back on homosexuals serving in the church and of recognizing same-sex marriage. And now they're kind of confronting it, but still holding to the old line of, well, it's an abomination, it's a sin. Well, I disagree with you on that. I disagree with you on that a lot. And the time is going to come when the church is going to have to either become an antiquated dinosaur, and I'm talking about all churches in general. Now, some denominations are already recognizing it. And the Methodist Church has been fairly progressive in some areas. But this is one area that it remains dragging its feet in the mud, as it were. And I commend Reverend Schaefer for what he's doing. You're putting your job on the line, your congregation, well, more or less just putting your job on the line to stand up for your kids. That is a good father, and that is a good minister. And Reverend Schaefer, I support you wholeheartedly. And I'm sure in a month you're going to be defrocked unless you change your position. But that's all I've got on my soapbox for today, at least at this particular time. Get off my soapbox now and continue on with the program at hand. And still to come on the show, I'll have the latest in news headlines, including news from the CBS Radio Network in a few minutes, the nationwide weather forecast as we head into the Thanksgiving weekend. And let's see what else I have for you. Popular tweets of the day, the song of the day, and a whole lot more. So stick around. More First Cup is on the way right after these messages.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do us all a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's wireless companies, and the National Safety Council.
I was just finishing my 199th picture. Never felt better in my life, and I said to myself, when this is finished, I'm going out on my boat. And then I got nagged into going for a medical checkup. They found a spot on the x-rays. It was lung cancer. If I'd waited a few more weeks, I wouldn't be here now. That's me 7 years after surgery, in true grit, because I did myself a favor and got a checkup. So why don't all of you do yourselves a favor? Get a checkup. Talk someone you like into getting a checkup. Nag someone you love into getting a checkup. And while you're at it, send a check to the American Cancer Society, too. It's great to be alive.
This episode of First Cup is brought to you by Wishing Stars Native Creations, Fine Art Today, and Marshall Woodworking. Check out these companies and many more by going to the Friends page at tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or tinyurl.com/GuntherMobile. Welcome back to Studio 27 on this Tuesday morning. Coming up in just a moment, we'll have things you need to know on what's trending for today. And I just want to say a couple more things, a little more lighthearted stuff here. Have you seen the new Vista Print commercial for their Christmas ad? I tell you, it's a clever ad. I like the montages and so forth. But the music that they've chosen for it, the singer, the song grates on my nerves. And to further add to that irritation and to preserve it forever, I want to play it for you now, the audio.
This one goes out to all the fans who come out night after night.
To everyone we love.
To my very best clients.
I just wanted you to know
We're thinking of you.
We appreciate your business.
I just wanted you to know.
Oh, look at my cuties. Happy holiday.
I just wanted you to know that I love you. I just wanted you to know that
I appreciate your
about
business.
you every day. I just wanted you to know.
Merry Christmas!
I just wanted you to know.
The holiday season wouldn't mean half as much without you.
You don't always get to say how you feel, so when you do, say it as only you can with personalized holiday cards from Vistaprint. From your PC or mobile phone, pick a design you love, add your favorite photos, and tie it together with a message that's one of a kind. Right now, all cards are 50% off plus free shipping when you enter promo code HOLIDAY at Vistaprint.com.
I just wanted you to know.
I just wanted you to know. That's what drives me up the wall about that ad. I just realized it. Anyway. Now that I got that out of my system, let's find out what's trending today.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
And here are things you need to know for today. It is Tuesday, November 26, 2013, the 330th day of the year. Incidentally, there are 35 days left in this year. And let's see here, scroll down a little bit, scroll down, and What are the rest of my... Oh, no. I didn't get it all. Okay, well, bear with me. Today, on today's date, I just realized I don't have all of my material here. I'm going to have to improvise. Blooper! There's one for the blooper reel. November 26, 1789 was a day of Thanksgiving set aside by President Washington to observe the adoption of the Constitution of the United States. Interesting, I did not know that. So it wasn't to thank the Pilgrims for coming to America. It was to thank the Founding Fathers for putting the Constitution together. That was no small feat. Some other things on this date in history. I'm sure we'll have more of it on the Today in History segment from the AP in just a moment. Former slave and abolitionist Sojourner Truth died in Battle Creek, Michigan on this date in 1883. President Roosevelt on this date in 1942 ordered nationwide gasoline rationing beginning December 1st. And what else we have here? 10 years ago today, human rights activist Gao Zhan, who was freed from a Chinese prison after the United States government interceded on her behalf, pleaded guilty in Alexandria, Virginia to illegally selling American high-tech items with potential military uses to China. She later received a reduced sentence of 7 months in prison for cooperation with authorities. Hardliners defeated moderates in Northern Ireland's legislative elections, and other things. And just a year ago today, Minnesota homeowner Byron Smith was charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder in the shooting deaths of 2 unarmed teenagers during an apparent Thanksgiving Day break-in. Investigators said he acknowledged firing more shots than he needed to. And online shopping on Cyber Monday was up at least 28% from the previous year, according to IBM Benchmark, which tracks online sales. Okay. And the thought for today from Henry David Thoreau, of course he is an American author. He says, quote, "Any fool can make a rule, and any fool will mind it." Thought for today. I apologize. I don't know what happened to the rest of my trending stuff. I thought I put it in there. I guess I didn't. I don't see it. Well, anyway, let's see what's going on in news headlines. Let's see if I can screw that up.
Good morning, everybody. In the news this morning, good morning.
And in news headlines this morning, the Yale shooter warning call was a hoax. Police say they believe a report of a shooter on the way to Yale University yesterday was a hoax. Police say they received a call from a man claiming his roommate was on his way to Yale with a gun. The university went into immediate lockdown as police searched the area. Their search was inconclusive. Police are trying to identify the caller using voice recognition software and expect an arrest once he is found. A report was released today about Adam Lanza, the 20-year-old Sandy Hook shooter. The report details events of the December 14th shooting in which Lanza killed 20 children and 6 adults. In the report, Connecticut State's Attorney Stephen Sandensky states Lanza was obsessed with the April 1999 shootings at Columbine High School in Colorado. The report released no motives for his decision to make Sandy Hook his target. And sanctions placed on Iran are being lifted after a deal with the United States and other world powers to freeze the Iranian nuclear program. By agreeing to freeze, Iran is buying some relief from the sanctions, but very little. The United States and the West put the estimate of sanction relief under the deal at $7 billion over the next 6 months. Iran has about $100 billion in investments in frozen assets around the world, and its government runs a deficit of $35 billion a year. Most people in Iran will not see much of a difference. And those are the news headlines for today. Now, let's take a look at the weather forecast, shall we? Let's shall, baby, yeah.
Serious rainfall happening with these storms. Like we're talking, just say like we're talking.
And take a look at the weather forecast for today for the United States. Starting off in the south, heavy rain and thunderstorms occur from